नमो नमः भगिनी।
नमो नमः, हरि ओम।
नमो नमः भगिनी।
नमो नमः, हरि ओम।
हरि ओम हरि ओम।
Welcome to you all. This is our Upasarga session, which we are doing under the series of Svarvani-Vilasa Vyakyanamala. This is the second topic that we are doing, and today's session is fourth in the series. Let me begin with Prarthana. यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तम् देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्. So this is the second series of Svarvani-Vilasa and the fourth session. Let us see what we have to uncover today. Before that, let us do a small revision of what topics we covered last time. Though I don't do a very elaborate revision because the class time will be lessened, I hope the mentioning of the titles itself is going to be helpful. So we did what Upasarga exactly does. Then we also saw whether Upasargas have a meaning at all. Do they have new meanings, or do they don't? They only reflect dhatu meanings, etc. Then we saw what are the characteristics of the Upasargas. Then we saw their different types of works that they do. There are 3 levels of works that they do. Then along with the examples we had worked out. Now this in this series, in this class session today, we are going to totally concentrate on the Sandhi part of the Upasargas. Now what has Sandhi to do with Upasargas? We will discover very soon. So the Upasarga and the Dhatu coming together, and there is a change happening in the Varnas. We will try to study them exhaustively today. What are the Sandhi places? And what are the parameters for more than one Upasarga when it's added? Then what are the possible combinations, possible outcomes of those combinations? Okay, so first of all, let us see the 22 Upasargas, all the Upasargas along with one Dhatu Rupa. So one Dhatu I choose is Bhu Dhatu. Bhu Dhatu happens to be the first Dhatu in the Dhatu Patha. Okay, Bhu takes the Bhavati form in the as the first form. So you all know what is the first form. Okay, just a moment, please give me one moment. Okay, so we are trying to put this Bhavati along with all the 22 Upasargas. This happens to be the first Dhatu, and I really like this Dhatu, to be. To be. Our Shastras are not just simple Shastras, but they also reflect lot of life, lot of philosophy in them, which is really, really heart touching. We are not just studying a Shastra, but we are studying life. Okay, so to be is the first Dhatu of Sanskrit Vyakarana in the Dhatu part. So first Upasarga is pra. When we add to it, so the first form is bhavati. First form is prathama purusha ekavachana. That's what I was trying to say. Prathama purusha ekavachana, the third person singular, and the lat lakara in the present tense, the vartamana kala, that happens to be the first form, and that is bhavati. And when you add pra to it, where are you adding it? You are adding it to the left side of the whole dhatu form. So it's prabhavati, parabhavati. I want one of you to read it. Bela Bhagini, could you please read these forms?
हाँ जी। प्रभवती, परा para bhavati, apa, apa bhavati, sam, sama bhavati, anu,
Sambhavati, not samabhavati. Sambhavati.
bhavati, sam bhavati,
Some, not sama. Sambhavati.
sama bhavati,
No, not samabhavati, no. Sambhavati.
sam bhavati, sam bhavati,
Yes.
anu, anu bhavati,
Anubhavati. No short. Anubhavati.
anubhavati, anubhavati, avabhavati, avabhavati, nir, nirbhavati, दुर्भवति, विभवति, आभवति, निभवति, अधिभवति, अपि भवति,
Api bhavati.
अति भवति, सुभवति, उद्भवति, अभिभवति, प्रतिभवति, परिभवति, उपभवति, उपभवति.
Correct. So, as you see this, thank you, Bhagini, thank you. So as you see this, all these forms, I said 22 upasargas, but you know, if you'll count it, there will be only 20, because nis, nir, dus, dur we count as separate ones, but you know, nis bhavati is not possible. In the same way, dus bhavati is not possible. We'll see why and how of all these things today. Okay, so we are roaming around all these forms. Then second thing I want to clear, as I told you, all the upasargas combinations with all dhatus is not possible, isn't it? We have one dhatu taking 5 upasargas, 6 upasargas. Like for example, api bhavati is not there, and then ati bhavati may be there, subhavati is not there, okay, and then paribhavati is not there, okay, paribhava is there. It's there as a noun form, not as a verb form. This also we discussed. What forms are possible? Like for some dhatu and upasarga combination, there are only dhatu forms possible. For some dhatu and upasarga combination, there are only kridanta forms, that is the noun forms possible. So all this we discussed in the same this one. So this is just a sample. If one dhatu form takes all the upasargas, how do the forms appear? Just this is a what you call as there is one beautiful word in English for this, tentative kadu. There is one more word. This is a hypothetical situation. All these forms are not possible, but you know, we are trying to just see how it looks. If hypothetically we accept that each dhatu takes all these forms, and you know, they may not be possible as only dhatu forms, that is kriya forms, may not be, but for some words, okay, there will be kridanta forms, that is noun forms. So let's not worry about it. It's only theoretical, a hypothetical situation. It's a theoretical one. We are going to deal with all the factors that are going to come in between the upasarga and the dhatu when they come together, irrespective of their what pratyaya adds to them later, whether they are the dhatu form, whether they are the noun form. We are not worried about it. We will just look at the basic, the dhatu and upasarga combination, that's all. This is the caution note. I'm not discussing about pratyayas, because if we will add the pratyaya discussions, it will become a new lesson. It will be out of scope of this these sessions. We will want to strictly stick to upasarga and dhatu, that's all. And what are factors that are involved? So today we are going to concentrate exclusively on sandhis. Okay, right. So dvayoho varnayoho melanam. What is it? A sandhi. Sandhi is the coming together of two varnas. What is a varna? Varna is the shortest meaningful sound element. Okay, that is represented by a written form. Okay, for example, a. For example, k is the varna, not ka. Ka will have again two varnas, k plus a. Okay, then we say su, it's s plus u. In that, s is varna and u is another varna. So S plus U becomes two varnas. Okay, so like this. So varna is like when we were practicing Anupurvi in the Suravani lessons, if some of you might remember. So I was trying to do this varna level breaking. When we do Anupurvi in Samskrtam, we do it at varna level. When we say Rama, we say Akaranta. How do you bring out that Akarantatva? You are picking out M plus A. That means M is another varna and A is another varna. So you are separating M plus A, then M as a separate varna. That is what we are talking about. The sandhi happens at that level. Be careful with sandhis. Please try to understand, follow. I may be a little faster. You can always stop me. You can always ask questions. Please try to complete the concept and then you can ask a question. No problem. Questions are always welcome. Right. Then Kashana Varna Viparinama. It is a change of letter. So what happens in a Sandhi? So essentially two Varnas are coming together and there might be a new Varna. There might be a change in the one or both Varnas. Okay. At least one will change or both will change. At least. Okay. So that is a Viparinama. There's a change happening. So here we are discussing Sandhi and we will stick to only Upasargas and Dhatus. We are not interested in any other Sandhis of Vyakarana, Siddhanta, Kaumadi principles, nor we are interested in Panini's Ashtadhyayi giving out so many Sandhis. It's a train of Sandhis. Okay. Swara Sandhi, Vyanjana Sandhi, Visarga Sandhi, so many Sandhis. We are not interested in that. We are just picking out what is required for our study. We have two participants in this. One is Upasarga, other is Dhatu. Now we have an exhaustive list of Upasargas, that is only 22 possible. In Telugu we say tippi tippi kottina. That means how many times you turn this side, that side, that will be only 22, not more. Okay, so we know the number. Okay, so we turn this side, all the Upasargas, which from this side, nothing new comes out, only 22. Be ready with them. Now, how many dhatus are there? 2000. Okay, around 2000, we can say. Not as we discussed, they may be 1995, 1992, 1990, or 1895, or 2006 or 2010. We don't know. Some dhatu patas give us some. So it's a big discussion. Let's not go into that. So we have around 2000 dhatus and 22 upasargas. So we will stick to this number. Okay. Now, when we do a sandhi, okay, when we put a plus, like for example, Maheshaha, Maheshwaraha, we say Maha plus Ishwaraha, isn't it? So we call it a Guna Sandhi, and we say Maha, that A, plus Ishwara, E, that long A and the long E will become A. Okay, then what happened in both of the in place of both of these varnas, A plus E, A comes. So now I am talking about, please remember this Maheshwara in your mind. What I am talking, please write on the mind's board. If you have a book and pen with you, you can immediately construct the sandhi of that. It will be very useful. Please write in Anupurvi style. Ma is M plus A. Ha is H plus A. Then we put a plus. E, one letter. Sh, V, A. Shva, R, A, Aha. Raha. Okay, so we have Maha plus Ishwaraha. So this Maha is not all participating. What is participating in the Sandhi? The A is participating. That is left of the plus. L, okay, left of the plus. Left hand side, we say left hand of the plus. LHP. Okay. So LHP is A. What is LH? RHP. What is RHP? Right hand side of the plus. That is E. Shwaraha, we don't have anything to do. Shwaraha is not undergoing any change, is not participating in the Sandhi. So we have Maha plus Ishwaraha. Though I say these many varnas, these many sounds, Ma, A, Ha, A, I, Sh, V, R, A, Ha. So many sounds. But only A plus E are participating. So let's call as A as the A and the plus, then the E as B. So participant A and participant B. Now let us see what happens to the left hand side of the left hand of the plus LHP. So it is Adi. So when the left element we are talking of, it can be Adi. So sorry, it is RHP I am talking about. The Adi matters in the RHP. At the right side of the plus, the first letter matters. Like Ishwaraha. In the Ishwaraha, Shwaraha is not working. E is working. So E is participating. It's negotiating with Ha. What to do? Now you have come here. So let's shake hand. Let's become A. Ma will not have any problem. Shwaraha will not any problem. The Ha, A plus E becomes A. So Ma, He. Mah, in fact, Mah will not have any problem. The A on the Ha is participate. So A plus E becomes A. Okay, so here we are talking about RHP, right hand side of the plus. So that is Adi. So the starting letter can be, what are the two possibilities? It can be Ajadi or Haladi. So the Adi can be either start with a Swara. The Adi can either start with a Vyanjana, that is vowel or a consonant. Do you follow until here? Are you able to see the picture which I am trying to create? Are you all comfortable with this kind of explanation?
Ji Bhagini. Yes.
Ji Bhagini,
we are
ji.
following.
Follow.
Okay. So Ajadi or Haladi. So the right hand side of plus can be possibly a vowel or a consonant. What else is there? Ayogavahas don't participate. They participate. Visarga participate, but that's a different case. Let's not go into that. So this is right side of the plus is Ajadi, Haladi. Especially we are talking in the context of Upasarga and Dhatu. That's all. The Sandhya of Upasarga plus Dhatu, we are not concerned with any other sounds. We want only those 22 sounds, 22 combinations of sounds, and these 2000 combinations of sound. And Dhatu always happens to be the right hand side of the plus. Dhatu always is on the right hand side. It is never on the left hand. So don't worry. So what is on the left hand? The ending of the Upasarga. The ending of the Upasarga happens to be on the left hand, LHP. Now LHP possibilities, it can be either Ach Anta or Hal Anta. It can be either a Swaranta or a Vyanjananta. It can be either a vowel ending or a consonant ending. Okay, so Anta can be a vowel or consonant and Adi can be vowel or consonant. Adi occurring on the right hand side of the plus, Anta occurring at the left hand side of the plus. Now, so what are combining here? The Upasargasya Antaha, the ending form of the Upasarga and the Dhatus Adi, they are coming into picture. They are coming into a combination. They are working as a partners. Now, no other thing is coming in between. Okay, so I'll give examples and everything explanation will be there. Okay, don't worry. So, what happens? Okay, there is one Upasarga, there is one Dhatu, then Upasargas ending and Dhatu starting. Now imagine there are more than one Upasargas. Then what happens? So Upasarga, Dhatu. So one Upasargas ending, another Upasargas starting. This Upasargas ending, then the Dhatu starting. So this is the line. I will show you all that in the representation. Don't worry. So Upasargasya Adihi, Upasargasya Antaha plus Dhatu. Then the Dhatu. So both Upasargas ending and Upasargas starting matter. Until now, I conclude this. So do you follow my conclusion? Everybody, I hope it's comfortable for you. So when there are two Upasargas or more than one Upasarga, then Upasargas starting also counts because then it becomes A plus B plus C. Until here, Upasarga plus Dhatu was A plus B. Now what is happening? A plus B, both Upasargas plus C is the Dhatu. Okay, so this is how it's growing up. So there can be three Upasargas, then A plus B plus C plus D becomes the Dhatu. Okay, then the Upasargas ending, another second Upasarga starting. Second Upasargas ending, third Upasarga starting. Third Upasargas ending, then the Dhatu starting. So this is the line that goes. Now, I hope it's you're not feeling uncomfortable with this language lesson because this clarity is very important. I try to teach in this manner. Upasargas and Dhatus are very interesting combinations and people are very much afraid to use them Okay, and we are losing very beautiful parts of our language. So I thought, let me revive them through this explanation so that they feel comfortable, they feel mathematically very powerful. We all know that basic mathematics 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. We all know A plus B is equal to C formula. So I wanted to just put it here and bring out this concept to you very easily so that you can relate with them. It's all for our friendship that we are trying to do with upasargas and dhatus. Okay. Now, what are the possibilities when this sandhi happens? Okay, so now, okay, A plus B, where B is the dhatu, A is upasarga. A plus B plus C, where A and B are upasargas and C is the dhatu. A plus B plus C plus D, where A, B, C are upasargas and D is the dhatu. Let us see what are the possible happenings. So there can be Ajanta plus Ajadi. Okay, so this Ajadi and Ajanta. So Ajanta in the LHP, Ajadi in the RHP. Now you can see it. What comes out is an Ach. Ach plus Ach is Ach. Okay. Ajanta plus Haladi. Second possibility, the Anta will be Ach, Adi will be Hal. Like for example, M plus A. Nothing, I mean, sorry, no, not M plus A plus M. A plus M, nothing happens. E plus M, nothing happens. No combination happens. The E will remain E. Like for example, Pari Bhavati we have seen. Pari, E and Bhavati. Bha is a haladi. So Pari Bhavati, nothing happened. Okay. Then Halanta plus Ajadi. Okay. For example, Sam and Atati. Sam and Atati. Sam Ma is Alanta. Atati, A starting with A, Ajadi. Sakshat Melanam, Samatati. That's all. You all know the word Samanvaya, Samanvaya. Okay, so such kinds of words. Then Halanta plus Haladi. Both are halas. The A plus B, both are Haladi and Halanta. That means both are consonants. Then there are lots of parinamas happening. There are lots of sandhis taking place in this. Okay, and that will be Hal parinama only. Okay, that will result as a Hal only. But they are different. Even Ach parinamas are different, but they are limited. Hal parinamas are a little more than Ach. That's why I put Vividha Hal parinama. Yes, Guru Prasad ji, you can ask your doubt.
Madam, I have some confusion between the meanings of Ajadihi and Ajantaha.
Adi means starting, Anta means ending. Ach means Swara. We say Achulu, Hallulu in Telugu. Achu is Swara. Allu is Hal. So Ach and Hal.
No, Ajanta I understood. Generally, I know the meaning, but Ajadihi specifically.
Adi, where the Ach is the Adi, where Ach is the starting, beginning part.
Okay.
Ach is at the Adi.
Okay.
We will go to example. Okay.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Okay. So now we will go to this as a representation. This is what I was talking of. So Upasarga plus Dhatu. What is happening? The first this thing is coming out. So we have the A, Upasarga Anta. Okay, the Upasarga's ending Varna is participating and Dhatu Adi. The starting Varna of the Dhatu is participating. Dhatoho Adi Varnaha, Upasargasya Antya Varnaha. Upasargantaha Dhatu Adihi. Isn't it? So Pari Bhavati. So Pari is the Upasarga, Bhavati is the Dhatu form. So Pari Bhavati. Let's just remember that. Now, what are the possible outcomes of this combination? Let us see. First is Akaranta. Okay, so Upasargasya Anta can be either A. Upasarga's ending can either be E. Upasarga's ending can either be U. Upasarga's ending can be any Vyanjana. So Apa, Upa, Para are all A ending. Pari, Adi, Vi, Ni, etc. are E ending. Su, Anu are U ending. And there are Vyanjanantas, Sam, Ud. Dus, dur, nis, nir. Then what can be dhatu adi? Oh, dhatus are 2000. Upasargas are only 22. We can just count the endings just like that with one click. Okay, but dhatu adis for 2000 dhatus, we can just make them into ajadi and haladi. That is was starting with a swara or starting with a vyanjana, that is a consonant. A vowel starter or a consonant starter. Okay, this can be a ending, e ending, u ending, vyanjana ending. Okay, and then second thing, when there are multiple that ones, so upasarga plus dhatu, then we have a plus b plus c. Okay, so this a plus b plus c, where a and b both are upasargas, c is the dhatu. Then what is the possibility? Upasargasya antyavarnaha, then upasargasya adivarnaha, and then comes dhatoho adivarnaha. Okay, and you can add one more upasarga, the same thing will happen. So upasargasya antaha for the first upasarga, upasargasya adihi for the second upasarga, upasargasya antaha for the second upasarga, upasargasya adihi for the third upasarga, upasargasya antaha for the third upasarga, and dhatoho adihi for the next one. So this is how the things work. Did you follow till here? Is it okay? Shall we go ahead?
जी भगिनी.
Yes, madam.
Ji Bhagini.
Okay, we'll come to examples. Don't worry about that. Okay, I go because I can't fill this page. I can put udaharanas right here, but I can't fill this page because it becomes very cumbersome to study. That's why I just kept it like this. This is a theory table. We'll come to udaharanas very soon. Okay, so what are the sandhi sthanas? Let us just try to analyze. So what happens is there is a rule that dhatu and upasarga sandhi is nitya. What does nitya mean? Nitya means ever. Okay, for always it will be there. It's not that you have a choice to do this. You know, in a vakya sandhi, there is a karika, actually, there is a part of a karika. Samhitaikapade nitya, nitya dhatupasargayo, nitya samase. Until here it is nitya. Vakyetu sa vivaksham-apekshate. Okay, so what happens is dhatu and upasarga is come under nitya sandhi. So where sandhi should happen permanently, always, without failing, without choice. All these places. One is samhita ekapade. In one pada, samhita must be there. Dhatu upasargayoho, samhita must be there. Samase, samhita must be there. But in vakya, there is a choice. Whether you do sandhi or not, it's up to you. So Ramaha gacchati. Okay. Ramaha vadati. I can say Ramo vadati or Ramaha vadati. I can do the sandhi, I need not. Ramaha chalati. I can say Ramaha chalati, Ramash chalati. Both I can say. Okay. But within Ramaha chalati is a vakya, where Ramaha is a separate word, chalati is a separate word. Sandhi need not be permanent there. But when we talk about upasarga and dhatu, sandhi is always to be done. We have no choice to just leave it alone. Like ud bhavati, you have seen. Ud and bhavati became ud bhavati, if you have observed. While Bela Bhagini was reading, if the other students have observed, ud bhavati has become ud bhavati. There sandhi has happened, and we have no choice to say ut bhavati. Never, never. So this is a nitya sandhi. Okay. Then when upasarga is adding to the dhatu, then what happens? Upasargas antyavarna and dhatus adivarna. Okay, they both come into combination. This we have already studied. Now let us see what are the endings of the upasargas. Okay, now upasargasya antyavarnaha kila. So we will see how many kinds of antyavarnas are possible in all the 22 upasargas. So they are akarantas. I have, this is exhaustive list. This is exhaustive. There is nothing remaining. I'm not giving any examples for you. This is exhaustive list I am giving you out. Because there are only 22, I just worked out all the upasargas. And you know, all this I have worked out myself. This was all my own insight, reading from different books, of course. Maybe the pointers, maybe my studies method. I have tried to make this as exhaustive as possible. If something is missing, you can always supply to this. So pra, apa, ava, upa, para, all are akaranta. So I put a and a also as under a. Okay, that's, I mean, I am not extending it actually grammatically. A means a and a both. Grammatically, Panini's Vyakarana, by Vyakarana, E and E both are represented by E sound. Hrasva and Dirgha, that's all. They are not separate Varnas. Then what are the Ikaranta Upasargas? At the ending you must hear hear E. At the ending you must hear E. So what is that? Vi, Ni, Adhi, Api, Ati, Abhi, Prati, Pari. All these have E in the ending. Okay. Then Ukarantas, Su and Anu, only two. Okay. And with Su there are no Dhatu forms. So don't worry about it. Just take Anu to be granted. Okay. Anu is the Ukaranta Upasarga. Anu, at the end you're hearing U. If you can work out Anu Purvi, you can write it separately. N plus U, N, Nu. P plus A, Pa. Dhi, Dh plus E, Dhi. Okay. So these kinds of Anu Purvi, you must have an idea. Why I am saying this Ukaranta, if you ask that question, then this whole session is waste. This whole session is a waste if you don't understand why Anu is an Ukaranta. Okay, so please work out Anu Purvi. If you have any doubts, please write the Varnas separately. You will understand. Ati will grow into A plus T plus E, Ati. So in the ending there is an E. That's why it becomes Ikaranta. Then what are the Vyanjananta Upasargas? Only these. Nothing else. Sam, nis, nir, dus, dur, ut, ud. Okay. So ut, ud I put a slash because they are not two. But still the ta and the both forms are seen. You know, so many forms else are seen. We'll come to that. So for now, we will just say that sam, nis, nir, dus, dur, ut. Not ud. Okay, don't take ud. But these are the 5 Upasargas which have Vyanjana. That is the consonant sound as the ending. Is it clear so far?
Ji Bhagini.
Yes, good, nice. So let's go to the next possibility, that is Ekadhika Upasarga. So one more than one Upasarga. Then what else is coming into picture? A plus B plus C. In that, A is one Upasarga, that's ending counting. B is the second Upasarga whose starting is counting and ending is counting. So now we have to see the starting also. What is the starting possibilities of Upasarga? So what is happening? Upasarga plus Upasarga plus Upasarga plus Dhatu. Now this is A plus B plus C plus D, where D is the Dhatu and first 3 are Upasargas. So Upasargasya Antaha, Upasargasya Adihi both count in this. See here. So this A ending, B starting, B ending, C starting, C ending, then this D starting. This is what I was talking of. In the representation, it will be very easy for you to see. So here, what is, I am trying to give you an udaharana, Pari plus Apa. So when two are combining, then what's happening? Pari, the E is coming in combination with A, right? LHP is E, RHP is A. So E and A is becoming Ya. Ya plus A. So it's Ya. So Pariyapa. And B plus Api becomes Vyapi. Actually, it's E is missing here. Something or the other goes always wrong. However, nicely I see. V Api, and I see it only in the class. That is the wonderful thing of this. So Vyapa is not Vyapa, it's Vyapi. Okay. V plus Api becomes Vyapi. So this is one udaharana. Now Upasarganta is like always. Okay, we have already seen that. Now we will see Akaradi. That is the starting counts, right? So according to the starting varnas, the Upasarga possibilities, let us see. Akaradis are, Neelam Bhagini, can you please read them?
जी भगिनी अकारादि उपसर्गा अप अनु अव अधि अपि अति अभि आ.
Okay. So what do you see? What do you observe? All are starting. Okay. Next.
Starting with A.
Okay.
Starting.
What are the Ukaradis? Please read them also.
जी भगिनी उकारादि उपसर्गा उत उद उप.
Right. Upa. Please don't say Upa. Okay.
Upa.
Right. Then Vyanjanadi Upasargas.
Pra, para, sama, nis, nir,
Not sama, some bagini. It's only some.
tam. हाँ म आधा नहीं है, म पूरा है ना.
Ma pura nahi hai. Ma is only half. Ma. That's all. Some.
हाँ हलंत है, हलंत. प्र, para, sam, nis, nir, dus, dur, vi, nin, su, prati, pari.
Guru Prasad ji, do you realize why these are all Vyanjanadis?
Yes, madam.
Okay.
Yes, it's clear. No, I got the point then. Thank you.
Okay. They were all according to ending we were counting. Now according to starting if we count, this is the categorization. Okay. After this, let us see what happens. Now the possibilities, let us see. So there is a swara plus samaswara. So there is a possibility of one swara adding to the same swara. Then it will be dirgha. This is also called savarna dirgha sandhi in Telugu. If you have studied Telugu or Hindi in your schooling, this sandhi has appeared to you already. In Hindi world, it is called dirgha sandhi. In Telugu world, it is called savarna dirgha sandhi. So they say it's savarna along with that. It's a technical word, but in Hindi it is called dirgha sandhi. So a plus a, e plus e, and all this happen to be the same sound must be there. Okay, same swara must be there. Like a or a plus a or a will result into a. E plus e or e plus e, sorry, e or e plus e or e and results in e. So yatha v plus ikshate. So v is an upasarga and ikshate is a dhatu form. So vikshate it will become. So it will not take short e but long e. Upa will have a in the end. Bhaginis, both Bela Bhagini and Neelam Bhagini. If you say up, you will miss the a. This is what I was talking about in the Svarvani classes very strictly. Okay. If you say up, it will become p. It will not have the a reflected. Until you realize that there is an a, you will not acknowledge this sandhi as a swara sandhi at all. If you will say up plus archati, it will become p plus a, not a plus a. Do you see this? Please acknowledge this point at this time. Otherwise, it will be too late. Both bhaginis.
हाँ हाँ जी, समझ में आया. उप
जी,
प में आ आता है, वो ध्यान रखना है.
उपा ही बोलने का.
पा ही बोलने का. Yes. We cannot say up. We don't. I mean, we will miss lot of things if we'll say that. Okay. So I don't want to go into detail. I already explained it in detail in the Svarvani classes. So p plus a. No. A plus a. Upa plus archati. Uparchati. So a sound getting longer is the result. Then u plus u is possible, isn't it? We have a su or anu, and then we have a u starting dhatu, okay, dhatu form, urjayati. So anu urjayati, anurjayati. Okay, don't ask me if these are possible combinations. I just have put those together. Okay, then swara and vishama swara. Now these are the same swara. Now we will take one swara with another swara. Okay, with a different swara, it might result in yan, yanadesha. Okay, it will become vriddhi or something, but as I told you, I am only concentrating on upasarga plus dhatu. I am not teaching you sandhis. I am teaching you upasarga plus dhatu elements. The elements and the aspects related to upasarga plus dhatu, that's all. So this yan is involved here. So swara, one vowel sound combining with another vowel sound, not the same one. Here it's the same swara, here it's a different swara. So E plus ya, E plus a result in ya. V plus anchati, vyanjati. Okay, oh sorry, I put cha here and ja here. Oh my. One moment. So anjati, or here I should change one of them. So anja I will change. Okay. So anjati, vyanjati. Anu plus avati, anvavati. So u plus a becomes va. This is yanadesha. And then vyanjana plus swara. When vyanjana consonant and bubble meet. I mean, the left side LHP is a Upasarga and RHP is a dhatu, right? So LHP is ud and RHP is ankate, then ud ankate. It can be ud, it's not ud. Ud will happen only in the uh, combination. Okay, by sandhi it happens. The natural one is ud. The tha one is the natural one. I'll change it everywhere. So if I put ud, please take it as ut when it is not in the combination. Okay. So this is udankate. It becomes udanka. Udanka is a very good name. Okay. Udanka Charitam is also there. Okay. So this is a sambhavyata. So far followed.
Ji Bhagini, I wanted to ask, ut will change to ud. So there is no word like you say utkantha. So
I'm not saying that. I said that the changes only
ta
in
changes to
form.
the.
When ta is there, it will remain. Okay.
Okay.
When ta is there and no sandhi happens, utkantha, there is no sandhi at all. Directly
Okay.
it is going and attaching. There is no change. But when a is coming, there is a change. Ut is
Okay.
the upasarga and a has fallen in front, then the ta changes to the. That's
Okay.
why I'm
Okay.
saying that ud is not the existing form. Ud is not
Yeah.
a natural form. Ut is a natural form.
Okay. Okay. Understood.
And then swara plus vyanjana, there is a vowel plus consonant, nothing happens. Nothing, simply nothing. Okay. So I didn't give any example for that because I already told you it's paribhavati. Okay, like that. The ending is swara and the starting is vyanjana. They just sit together. That's all. They don't do anything. They just calmly sit like good enemies or good friends, whatever. Okay, they just sit calmly. They don't do any activity. Okay, now let us see. This is very important thing. I mean, to realize this, my dear students, it took lot of time for me. Let me tell you, this is an output. It's all like mathita, lot of, like in Telugu we say kavvam, and in English, in Hindi it is mathini. I don't know what's called in English. So we just churn, yeah, churning rod. So we put like this, the rod in between our hands, and we try to do like this, and it keeps on the curd, churns itself to give out the butter. Okay, this is something like that. I'm giving it to you, and the lack of this knowledge has led to many a confusion. Many people are afraid of Sanskrit. Many people are confused with Sanskrit. Many people don't have clarity regarding the simplest aspects of Sanskrit, only because there is no one to give you such a picture. I am not exaggerating anything. We underwent lot of struggle. I myself am an outcome of such a struggle which I did. Okay. So no teachers at no point of our education of Sanskrit, in the either academically or non-academically, they never teach us these things. Never. So please carefully follow this. Okay, so now we are talking about Vyanjanantas and some important aspects of those sandhis. Now we came across Vyanjana plus Vyanjana, resulting into many other things. Let us see some of them. I'm not going to give you this exhaustively because of two things. I didn't prepare them. First thing, I have to sit and prepare each, but I can definitely give you a pointer. I can definitely give you a pointer. Okay, so and you can use it in your own study. You can formulate such sutras, such principles, and use in your own daily life. Okay, so this is an outcome of a good thinking, good pointer, good direction that I got from my elders. Okay, so let us go into that. So first we will see sam and ut, then we will see nisnir dostur. First sam. So what is the characteristics of some? Some upasarga has ma in the ending. Okay, and ma, what is ma? Ma is a nasal. It's a nasal sound. Now the nasal sound undergoes lot of sandhis. Lot of sandhi rules are happening here. Okay, so makara is taking the anuswara kind of thing, and it is also taking parasavarnatva. Parasavarna means the Varga Panchamas come into display. Okay, Parasavarna means the Ma changes into the Varga Panchamas. Varga Panchamas, if you realize, are the fifth letters of the Vargas. Okay, Ka, Cha, Ta, Ta, Pa are the Vargas, and Ma, Nya, Na, Na, Ma are the Varga Panchamas. Ma for the Kavarga, Nya for the Chavarga, Ana for the Tavarga, Na for the Tavarga, Ma for the Pavarga. Are you all aware of these? You all remember the Varnamala once and tell me if you are aware of these sounds. If no, I will represent them for you.
नहीं भगिनी आता है, पहले किया था ना इसलिए.
Yes.
We know.
Okay.
पता है.
Nice, nice. Okay, so the fifth letter of the Vargas are called Varga Panchamas. They have lot of role to play when this sum comes. Okay, let us see how. So what is happening is the next letter. The sum is the Upasarga, that is the LHP. The ma is in the place of the participating into Sandhi. The first participant A sound is ma, and that is LHP. What happens in the RHP? Depending upon that letter, the first letter of the next word, which is participating in the Sandhi where we put the plus, the immediate attached letter will be deciding what sound this ma changes into. What LHP becomes is dependent upon what RHP is. Now, for example, RHP is a Kavarga letter. Then LHP ma becomes amma. So, for example, there is a karoti. Then it is sankaroti. Okay. What happens later by grammar, I am not talking about all that. Just this much you remember. Sankaroti. And you have all must have heard the word sangama. You know why it is sangama and not samgama? Can you now explain to me, one of you, please? There is a beautiful movie in Telugu, Sagara Sangamam. We all know it. We all cherished it. Okay. So, Sangama is a word we all know. Tell me why it is Sangama and not Samgama. Guru Prasad Garu, will you try?
Madam, all kacha tata words, they always end with na. When it is anuswara sandhi.
No,
So,
no, we are not
kanka,
talking about
manka,
Kacha Tata Pa. No, no, no. No, not that. We are not talking about Kacha Tata Pa. We are talking about Ka Varga, that's all.
In Kavarga, when there is a anuswara, then it takes the same form as that the last of the varga, last varna of the varga. I mean,
correct. Last varna of the varga. Correct.
Yes, madam.
So what is happening in Sangama?
So kaka ga is there,
right?
Kam is there, sam is there, anuswara. So ga means that last word of that varga will be pronounced.
Right, right. So why did not ga change? Why only ma changed?
Because it follows the last word of the varga.
Because
The
no, we will come to that. Okay, there is a reason why it is happening. Okay, I will explain that. So for now, the ga is there. But there a lot of sound is coming. I don't know why. There is a lot of sound is coming when you are unmuting. Maybe you're not in a compatible place, no problem. So the samga, don't say anuswara, it's not anuswara, don't say that word, it's makara. Let us take for all practical purposes, it's makara. Sam is trying to join with gam, sangama. Okay, gama it's trying to act with, along with. So sam and gum will become sang and gum. Only the ma place changes, ga place will not change. What happens at that point is, seeing the ga, okay, the ma changes. That is, seeing b, a changes. A is sang, sam, and gum is b. The ga and ma are in the combination. Ma is a, ga is b, and a changes to something else when it sees b, and b does not undergo any change. That's why I said either one varna changes or both varnas change together. So here there is only one varna changing, and that is LHP. Left hand side of the plus is changing, but right side of the plus will decide the change. It will not change itself. I think it is clear till now. This is very, very practical point in sandhis. Not all change. As you observe, only some is changing.
भगिनी माने वो उपसर्ग जो होता है वही चेंज होता है, वो धातु का चेंज नहीं होता, ऐसा ही ना?
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. कभी कभी ए और बी पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे होते हैं तो वो उपसर्ग भी हो सकता है, धातु भी हो सकता है. इस केस में धातु है. इस केस में धातु है. कुछ भी
इस केस में तो उपसर्ग है ना, सम तो उपसर्ग है.
उपसर्ग है, गम धातु है. पर इमेजिन केस में उसमें कुछ और उपसर्ग भी है तो वो बी बन जाएगा, है ना? वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट ओनली उपसर्ग एंड धातु. वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट a general rule in a sandhi.
Okay,
general rule as in a sandhi, when A plus B are participating, the A will change seeing the B. B will not change. B will only put the change into A.
Remain same.
It will not change itself. So in the Sangama, the Makara has changed to Ngakara, but the Ga remained the same. This change happened because it saw Ga. If there were some other letter, it will not change to that. Okay, it will change to something else. We will come to that step now. If the next letter is Chavarga letter, it will change to Nya. Sancharati, Sanjvalati, Sanjvalati, like that. Cha and J. Sanchinati, Nya will come. Same principle. I don't want to explain it further because we are running out of time. And when it is Tavarga starting dhatu, okay, it changes to Santankati. Don't ask me if these are possible. Sancharati is possible. Samkaroti is not possible because it becomes Samskroti. The sa will come. This is grammatically not possible. But I'm just trying to explain. Then Santankati, this word, I don't know if it exists or not. Samyak Tankati. Okay, so it very well types. I want to say that. So Santankati. Then Santarati. When it is Tavarga letter, it changes to Na. Okay, and when it is Pavarga letter, it remains Ma. Okay, so these are the 5 sounds that the Ma, some Upasarga is changing. So because here, Neelam Bhagini, your question's answer is, because we are talking about one Upasarga and one Dhatu, here the Ma has changed to this. So this is all Upasarga change only. This is not the Dhatu starting letter change. In these cases, okay, in these cases, it is only the Dhatu starting letter that decides the change in the Upasarga ending letter. Okay, in the same way, we will come to Ut. Okay, and Bela Bhagini will explain us what is happening here. Bela Bhagini, please give a try for this. If you fail, I will explain. So the ta changes to the. That is the whole thing. Okay, the ta changes to different letters. Let us see what.
उत में उच्च चलती हो गया है. उच्च तो च है, वो च छ बन गया, मतलब उसी अल्प प्राण महाप्राण हो गया, ऐसा समझ सकते हैं. उच्च चल,
मैंने ये नहीं बोला. मैंने यहाँ क्या लिखा? वर्ग
वर्ण. ये
ये वर्ण अगर है तो ये हो जाता है उच्चलती, उच्च छलती, उच्छलती. अगर छ है यहाँ पर स्टार्टिंग में, अगर च है यहाँ पर स्टार्टिंग में, तो ये च होता है. उत का उच्च होता है.
ओके, मतलब कुछ चेंज ही नहीं हुआ है.
नो, इफ द धातु भाई त चेंज,
उच्च का उच्च हो गया.
त चेंज to ch, the upasarga changed if the dhatu starts with any of these letters. Chalati, charati, chinoti, all these.
Okay.
Then it will remain not ut. It will become uch. Uchchala jaladhitaranga. Uchchala. Utchala. Okay.
हाँ.
That one. Okay. Then or uchchala, maybe the cha is not cha, it's cha. So utchala, uchchala. Okay. So that is the cha it is becoming. Then next point, please.
इसमें जैसे मैं जोड़ सकी ना, जैसे कवर्ण चवर्ण, ऐसे इसमें किस तरह से जोड़ेगा? उत तो सम के जैसे रहेगा, राइट?
हाँ,
पर उच्च और उज्ज हो गया तो ये तो एक ही च वर्ण के ही सारे हैं, उज्ज भी है उच्च भी है, तो
we are not talking about varga letters. Her question is, what decides this change? It's not about varga. The ut
नहीं
is
जैसे
separately working out. The ta has different qualities. Ta
ओके नहीं
changes. Yeah.
प्रिंसिपल मेरे को पता नहीं चल रहा है यहाँ पर। आई अंडरस्टूड कि इट विल टेक द फिफ्थ लेटर ऑफ दैट सेम वर्ग, राइट?
Right. Right.
बट इन दिस केस वो दैट प्रिंसिपल, मतलब कोई प्रिंसिपल पता नहीं चल रहा है मुझे।
Because ma is a varga panchama, isn't it? Ma itself is a varga panchama. That's why
यस,
it is working with varga panchamas. Now ta is not a varga panchama, it's a starting letter, but still it works with many letters. See, the cha it's working with, ja it's working with, then the next ta, uttanka. Then it becomes with ta and tha, it takes ta. With da and dha, it takes da. With da and dha, ba and bha, it takes ud. So it remains ud, ud becomes ud with these letters. But all others, it is changing to something else. So how many forms it has? Cha form, ja form, ta form, da form, the form, and the ta form itself. And also the na form. Un. So Varga Panchama. If the ma starting, if the dhatu, if the plus b, the RHP is any Varga Panchama like ma and na, that's all. Unnamati, unnama, or unnati, unnati is there. So what is unnati? Ut and nati. Okay, so this ut is changing to un, in where the Varga Panchama starting dhatu form is there. So madhyati, unmadhyati. Okay, so here there are four varnas that here we take varna wise. We are not taking as varga wise. Here we took varga wise, but here we take varna wise. Any cha and cha will have the ta change to cha. Any ja and jha starting dhatu forms will take ta into ja. Any ta and tha starting dhatu forms will take ta into ta. Any da and dha starting dhatu forms will take ta into da. Any da, dha, ba, bha starting dhatu forms will take ta into the, and any Varga Panchama starting, that is na and ma starting. There are all the other three, we don't have any these things starting with them. So it changes to na. With ma and na starting dhatus, we can say that also. Instead of Varga Panchame pare, we can say na and ma starting dhatus. The ut becomes un. Is it clear so far?
so here we don't have any principle, we have to simply remember if it is
Why?
cha and cha.
No, do you observe? The cha and cha it takes cha. Ja and ja it takes ja.
Yeah,
Ta
only,
and
but
tha
they
it takes ta. The
ta,
similar sounds, that's all. Cha and cha are similar. What else do you have to
and
remember? Cha cha, ja ja, ta tha, da dha. What else is remaining? With the ta it will remain ta tha, it will remain ta. That I didn't mention here. Okay, with ka kha ga gha it remains. Okay, ga gha also. I should. Okay, 1 minute. Oh, lot of sound is coming. Sir, sir,
Guy,
a lot of sound is coming. Just a moment. Sir, please. Baga sound vastundandi. I don't know why. So here I have to include ga gha also. Sorry. Ga gha also. So ga gha da dha ba bha. With all these ut becomes ud, and with ka and ta, all these it remains ta. I also add that point. So ut remains ut with this ka kha ta ha. Yeah, this is another point we have to add. Okay. For example, I'll put utkantha. So this word, if you observe, we have the as it is. Okay. Give me a moment. Yes, yes. Now you see the changes. Guru Prasad Garu, you can ask your doubt.
No, it almost no. I got. I mean, I thought I thought it all would follow Jastva Sandhi, Chutva Sandhi like that, but it doesn't look like the normally. Something like that I can say.
Okay, that's why I did not use any one Sandhi name also. Okay.
I know. That's why I withdrew.
Yeah. No, let me not, go into that at all, because I have to justify many things for that. So I stick to only Upasarga
Correct.
and Sandhi is taking place. That's
Agree,
all.
madam. Agree, madam.
Okay. And I forgot to hear.
Correct, madam. I agree with you. For this moment, it's okay.
Yeah. We will have Sandhi session separately.
Sorry, madam.
If Bhagwan is, we have our fate Anukula, we will also do Sandhi lessons someday. Okay. Exclusively, right? I will teach Sandhis also in some time in future, but not now. Okay. So, and one more point to add, Yara Lava. I forgot Yara Lava. It remains Ud Ya. With Ya, it becomes Udya. With Ra, Utra, Udramat. Ra also it becomes the. Utla, it becomes Ulla. With La, it becomes La. Ut becomes La. Ulla. Ullasaha. And with Va, it is Udva. Udvahati. Udva. With Va, it becomes the. And the Sha, Utsha, 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 it becomes Cha, Cha. So it becomes Cha with Sha. With Sha, it becomes Ut, Sha. I don't know. We don't have any combinations.
उच्च श्वास ले सकते हैं
No. Uchvasati. The Sha will take Cha. That is correct. But with Sa, it remains Ta. Utsaha. Utsahate. So I will add those also. Okay. I will add them also with this list. We will prepare a separate slide for that. I will also add Yara, Lava, Shasha, Saha. So this is how. You need not remember anything. It's a natural sound. You just remember the examples, Bhagini. That will help you a lot. It will give you a lot of insight. Don't you feel so? Ujjwala.
Yes, because it's very difficult to remember it. So I think with example only it will be easy.
Yes. Anytime examples will help you a lot. I also worked with examples only. All these I have prepared with again. Now while I'm teaching, I also remember, oh, Yara, Lava are all there. Okay, so with these combinations, this letter, this particular task behavior matters when we come to Ut. So we cannot spend more time here. Let's go ahead and see how Nisnir and Dusdur work. Actually, they are not two different Upasargas. This we have discussed already. Nisnir are one and the same. Dusdur are one and the same. Now we are going to enter into the area of Visarga. अब हम विसर्गा के इलाके में आ रहे हैं. We are entering the territory of the Visarga. Territory of Visarga is very big. He is like a Simha, is like a lion. Okay, we have already discussed in some other series of this Svarvani-Prakasha. So we did that as Vishnu's avatars. Okay, like Dashavataras, we have 10 different forms of Visargas. Okay, so Visarga keeps on changing. Visarga is very friendly, very elusive, like a detective. He keeps on changing his forms to different. So one is this two dots form that is pronounced as aha. Okay, and then this aha changes to sha. This aha changes to sha before sha. This changes to sa before sa. This changes to ra before certain elements, and with u. But no, this u form we are not using in any of the upasargas, because this occurs with a. Like Ramo Rajamanihi, Ramaha. That Ramaha becomes Ramo. That's a Visarga Sandhi. But here we are not studying Visarga Sandhi. We are just seeing the area of Nis and Nir. I had a doubt where to use Nis, where to use Nir, where to use Dus, where to use Dur. Okay, so when you get a question yourself, believe me, this is a very philosophical life truth that I am telling you. Until you have a question, you will not get the answer. Don't wait for answers until you get the questions right. Ask right questions, get right questions, you will get right answers. If even I will give you the answers, you don't have a question, your mind will not go into that factor. If you have been pondering about the point I am telling you before these sessions, then what I am giving you is very, very like thirst quenching for you. Okay, so this is very, very important factor I am telling you. Okay, so Nis Nir are The sa and ra, as you see, these are the two visarga forms only. Okay, let us see how nis nir is working. For example, the nis changes to nih or nish with the sha. The nis changes to nihi or nish with the ka and this one. Okay, and sha starting also. Okay, we don't have any dhatu starting with that nisha. So I gave you these examples. I didn't have time to find examples with sha and sha on. There are there, but not here. So
Madam, Nishkama we can say, no?
nishkama also ka only. Na, I'm asking about sha par sha, double sha, double sha. I'm asking. Like nishama or nishama. No, there is not. This is not possible. Let's not wonder. So nis and nihi with sa starting. Okay. Then nis becomes nir with the na and ma, niravadhika, and swaras also. Okay. So this you can work out with the sandhis if you are already aware of sandhis and all those workings. Then you can associate with where the ra changes. It is all the area of visarga sandhi only, except this u. Except this u, all others are visarga sandhi areas which are involved in the upasarga plus dhatu combination. And even dustur are the same. Dustur are the same. Dushakuna, Dushkara, Dustara, Duswapna. I tried to find the same line examples, but if you observe, these are all nouns. I am not giving you any dhatu forms except the dhatu base forms. Nishish, you can say Nishishyati or Nisheshaha kind of. Nissaraha, Nissaraha, Nissarati. Both are possible. Nishkasayati, it's possible. Okay, Niravadhika and Nirmala are not dhatu forms. Okay, Nirmalati, we cannot have that dhatu as far as I am aware. And this Dushakuna, Dushkara, Dustara, how it is changing. The Dus is changing into so many forms depending upon this word is Shakuna. We all know what is a Shakuna, Dushakunam. We use it a lot in our language, in our daily life. The Shakuna is not good, we say Dushakunam. Okay, so dushkara, difficult to do. Okay, kim dushkaram, kim abhyasasya dushkaraha is a very popular quotation in Samskrtam. Durmanaha, so dur, it changes to ra and ma. So duravastha, bad avastha. So all these are dukha, it remains the visarga only here, dukha. So here duswapna is also possible with dusswapna. It is also possible to make double sa. So this is how nis, nir and dustur are working. Okay, and there are some other words which appear. This is a different topic. So until here, is it clear? The sandhi topic, is it all, I mean, comfortable for you all?
Ji Bhagini.
As I tell you, I always give you direction. I never do the spoon feeding. You must observe. I give you the exhaustive lists, but I don't do the spoon feeding. I leave some elements to your understanding. Please spend some time on this slide. Just try to work out what letter is the next, when is it changing. Try to find similar examples. Ashtadhyay.com, Dhatu Patha is there with you. I just typed A in that. It gave me all A starting dhatus to me. I typed E, then it gave all E starting dhatus for me. It's very user friendly. Please use it with whatever starting letter you want the dhatus. You can just put that letter in the search box and it will display all the dhatus starting with it. Then you can find out which upasarga to put, what change is happening. It's all up to you. Sky is the limit. Sky is the limit. If you have guts, if you have very this thing, you can do it for at least 10 to 15 dhatus, all the upasargas. Will it take nis? Will it take nir? Please try. This is a direction that I give to my students. I don't do it myself. I have done already this much work. It is more than enough for you all to understand it, to observe it. Even if you don't know if it will take nis or nir, you just close your eyes, try to match the sound, you will tell yourself, because you already as a native speakers, as I mean the mother language, our mother language have lot of Sanskrit already. Every mother language in India has lot of Sanskrit in it, in her. So you can always depend upon your the vocabulary of your mother tongue. Okay, it will help you a lot. Okay, now we will go to a different topic. Okay, I'll quickly try to cover this in 5 minutes. There are certain upasargavat padani. So there are certain wordlets. Okay, some wordlets or words, complete words that are used in front of certain other words appearing like upasargas. There is a big debate whether they are upasargas, whether they are not, and whether we should do lyap and twa. Did I tell you this point? I didn't. I didn't tell you. I'll tell you in the fifth part maybe. The twa and lyap. So lyap comes to the upasarga added. This one I think I told in the last class. I don't exactly remember. The lyap, the twa and the lyap, the asamapaka. This one kridanta pratyaya, meaning for the pre done. There are two tasks done. The first task is done first, and then the next task is done. So khaditva nidrati, he eats and then he sleeps. So khaditva nidrati. So if we have any upasarga, for example some khaditva, we don't say some khaditva, we say sankhadya nidrati. So there we are using lyap. Okay, so with lyap, in these cases which are behaving like upasargas, there is a debate whether we should say it as a lyap or whether we should say with tva. People use lyap mostly. Okay, so these are such areas where abhava nisheda. Sometimes ajnanam, adharma, we use it like upasarga, it's not an upasarga. Then na, nastika, etc. Punar, punarjanma, punarbhuhu, all those words. Puraskara, puras is the word, puraskara, we use it. Pura is the word, pura kritam, pura vrittam are the words. Bahir is the word, bahirgatam, bahishkriti are the words. Vrisham is the upasarga vat word, vrisham vadinaha is the word. Sa is the upasarga like letter, and sajatiya, vijatiya, etc. are there. Saha is another word which acts like upasarga, sahacharaha, etc. Antaha, antarbhavati, etc. Avir, avirbhavati, etc. There are paschat paschat word also is there. Angi kritya, angi chakara. Okay, all this angi word is also a upasarga vat padam. Svi chakara, svi kara, svi kriti. Svi is also like that. But you know, angi chakara, svi chakara are like they are chvi pratyaya. They fall into some other category. Maybe that's why they didn't give it in this list. But there we use lyap only. We don't use the tva pratyaya. We use the lyap pratyaya only. We take them as upasargas. We consider them like upasargas only. So here completes our today's session. Let me do a quick revision, very quick revision. Okay, so first we have started with punaravritti. We started with one dhatu form taking all the upasargas. Then I gave you the what is a sandhi and what are the possible outcomes of that. When upasarga is added, there are two cases where there is a plus b and there is a plus b plus c. Then what are the elements participating? We discussed that. Then we did it in a more detail. For the upasargas, we took antaha and adis. Antas and adis. Adis in case of ekodhika upasargas, we discussed it. Okay. After that, we came to all possible outcomes with examples. I told you the similar swaras coming together, the different swaras coming together, Vyanjana plus swara and swara plus Vyanjana combinations. Now when we came to Vyanjana combinations, then we saw that some is working with all Varga Panchama letters, Ta is working with even deeper number of formations it has got. Uch, uj, ut, ud, ud, un. Okay, all these forms are possible for ut. Okay, and then we have also seen that there is a Visarga Sandhi area in this because there are 4 Upasargas which deal with it. In fact, 2, Nis and Nir, not different. Dus and Dur, not different. We try to see the different possible combinations in that. Sometimes Nihi, sometimes Nish, sometimes Nir, sometimes Nis, and all this we have tried to see. And then we have also saw Upasarga Vat Padas which are like Upasargas. So by this I end my presentation. Please ask in case if you have any doubts. I'm sorry for being like delayed because a little practice is also involved in this. I want you all to participate, but you know, it's always my side speech. I'm sorry for that. I hope it's not boring for you. I can't make it more practical because of constraints in the content which I have to present. I'm sorry for that. You can always practice at home. Please spend some time on these lessons, and Upasargas will be in your hand. And next week, we are going to have more exciting Sandhi issues. If you are comfortable with this, you'll easily follow that part also. My Suravani students already know them, but others, it will be a little difficult for them because there won't be repetition. We will just go into the concept directly. So please be comfortable with these things. We will work with the same area a little deeper in the next class. Okay.
Bhagini, last slide which you showed, तो इसको हम बोलते क्या है? जैसे it is like you said उपसर्गवत पदानी, but if you are, what do you say? जैसे अव्यव होता है, उपसर्ग होता है, इसका कोई?
Yes, there might be a, see, puras is an abhyaya, but a is not an abhyaya. A can be a prefix. Okay. We don't know what they are. They are just some combination of brisham is a separate word. Bahihi is a separate word. Pura is a separate word. Whatever category they fall into, they are acting like upasargas. So we are only concerned with that area. Separately, they belong to different categories.
Okay.
So antaha exists separately, and when we say antarbhavati, we are using as if it's a one word. Antarbhuya we say. If we want to say antarbhutva, then antar is different and bhutva is different. But we are saying antarbhuya. We are using lyap. That means it is one block. That's what I was concerned, and I saw it in one book. It's not my list. It's some grammar book that gave me this exhaustive list. It's not exhaustive, I'm sorry. This possible list, it is given by one of the books that I followed. I think Ishwara Chandra. I think. I don't remember because lots of time passed when I prepared this slide.
Okay. No other question.
Anybody else? Neelam Bagini, Guru Prasad ji, any doubts?
No, Bhagini.
No, madam. So far, so good.
I'm happy. Good. So please practice and come back next week. That will be the last of our sessions. Okay. I hope Upasargas will be your best friends very soon. I saw people cautioning, the teachers themselves cautioning the students. Oh, Upasargas are very tough. Let us see. I want to challenge that statement of those masters. Masters told these things. Okay. I heard some masters saying it. That day I decided, let me challenge that notion. Why should Upasargas and their combinations be tough to the students? Let me make them best friends. You will become very good friends. Sometime later, you'll become best friends with these Upasargas and these combinations. You will enjoy a lot in your life. Believe me, after these sessions and after practice. I wish you all the best. And I remain now with Prarthana. Let me take leave. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनः अस्तु शुभमस्तु टु ऑल नमो नमः
शुभमस्तु धन्यवाद भगिनी नमो नमः पुनः मिलामः
मिलामः